Hello everyone and welcome to the Autumn Sales Showcase event where we're bringing Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic content from both us and our amazing ambassadors to celebrate the sales and Black Friday discounts that you can get at the moment on Steam, PlayStation and Xbox. So all of these videos will be pre-recorded, but feel free to engage in the chat as we'll be watching them live with you. And speaking of sales, let's showcase some of the discounts that we have. So starting off on Steam, you have the Autumn Sale range, and that includes Train Sim World 4. So we have Special Edition at 50% off, Deluxe Edition at 40% off, and also a whole range of TSW add-ons as well as TS Classic add-ons as well. We also have the Steam exclusive bundles too, which they don't have a graphic, but check them out. We have an article talking about the Steam exclusive bundles, and I'll link it in the description to this video, where you can get up to 70% off of a range of different content for UK edition, for German content, for US content, and for European content as well. And just looking at this, we even have a discount on the Arosa line route, which pairs nicely with the recently released Arosa Aggregates Pack 2. So make sure to check out the sales if you're a player on Steam, but don't worry, these extend also to the other console platforms. So Xbox has its Black Friday sale where you can also pick up Train Sim World 4 Special Edition for 50% off. PlayStation also has the Black Friday deals, which will be ending on the 27th of November. So you've only got about a week to pick up these deals. And one final mention is Train Sim World 4 Boxed Edition is out now. So this is only available for PlayStation 4 and 5 and for Train Sim World 4 on PC. So you can get it at the available retailers listed there, Amazon Game, GameStop, and it also comes with a selection of route scenery cards. So coming up tonight on the 24th will be a Train Sim World 4 edition focus with the British Ace next on East Coast Mainline with the Azuma, and then followed by myself, I'll be playing Vorarlberg with the Talent 1 4024 in a kind of sun peeking over the mountains special. It looks fantastic, you're gonna love it, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Check out the sales, and firstly coming up now, the British Ace.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Train Sim World 4 video. Big thanks to Dovetail Gamers for inviting us on for the autumnal sale event. We're at Doncaster at the moment, and I think we actually are trains about in 1 minute, so we best run. But there's the 323 here at Doncaster. Right, let's run. We've got to leg it to the train. What platforms are coming in? Is it this one? Oh, no, it could actually be this one, actually. Oh, well, maybe not then. Maybe we don't have to leg it. Unless it's on the other platform. No, well, we're fine then. We're all good. Here we are at Sand Edge. Everyone on their phone there. One of the new dioramas and stuff look really nice. All the chocolate coins. Lovely. There's the funny menus as well. Yes, we're just waiting for our train to come. There it is, coming in now. How many coaches is it? Please be... Oh, 9. It is 9. I caught it on the CIS there. 9 coaches. Good. Let's head down. Move out the way, everyone. Whilst being behind the yellow line, of course. Come on, coming through. Drivers on the way. Madly running up the platform. You see them do it all the time in real life. But we're going to be driving all the way down to Peterborough. There's a little waiting room. Oh, I like that. You can actually go in as well. Oh, I like that. Didn't realise you could go in there. Cool. There's a lot more sort of places you can go on this route. You know, waiting rooms and inside station buildings, which previously you wouldn't have been able to do. Let's get in here. There you go. Our train. Oh, yeah. There you go. Right, in we go. I don't have permission. How dare it? So we don't have permission. Oi. Get out. There we go. Right, we are in. Let's get the safety systems on. Keep that shut. Don't want anybody jumping in. SDO. I mean, not really needed on here, but we'll turn it on anyway. Vigilance and DSD. Right, let's acknowledge that. Now we'll stick the DRA on as well. It's red. Headlights are already all set. Set that to neutral. Oh, it's in reverse. Right, neutral. So that's neutral. And the doors seem to have closed themselves. Let's get them open as well. Probably that's when we took over. They quickly shut the doors. Right, where are we stopping at? Just Newark Northgate and then Peterborough. So we'll do that in about 55 minutes or so. So a nice, pretty quick journey down the main line for this run. So should be good. Are we waiting for something? We've still got the red. Oh yeah, we are waiting for something. Here it comes now. About to blast through Doncaster. There's not all trains stop. And same with Peterborough. Not all trains stop there, so you get trains whizzing through on the fast. So it feels quite lively. There it goes. Let's get it off as well. We don't need that on. There we go. But yeah, this is sort of another way of playing HUD off. So basically not having any of the in-game HUD telling you, oh, you've got to stop there, oh, you've got to go that speed there. It's in there, it's in the brain, it's in the mind. But I like showing it HUDless as it just looks 10 times better. Right. Come on, signal. We're literally just waiting for the signal now, it's already time. There we go, right, let's get the doors shut. DRA can come off, wait for the interlock light. There we go. And let's go. Next station stop will be in Newark Northgate. Little toot with the horn as well as we leave. Alright, so we're 9 coaches on this service. We've got the little coach reminder there, 9. As we make up, we've got a double yellow now. See, look, there's already another train. It's busy, especially if you have all the different layers as well, which do add quite a bit more to the route. Like if you own the Midland main line, you get the 158 and the 43, which adds a fair bit more. Alright, speed will be up to 120 as soon as our back end has got off the junction. And then we can go fast. So that's the thing about this route. It is a racetrack. It's quick. There's no Lewis on this route. You know, where it's just down to 10 miles an hour, or no. Think of more examples. No Birmingham New Street where it comes down to 10 miles an hour. It's fast the whole way. I mean, the lowest speed limit is what, 100 through Newark Northgate. So it's quick, which is good. Right, let's get that up, and then if not already, it's already gone up to, it hasn't just yet, but it does go up to 125. But by the time we sped up to that, it'll be alright. Yeah, we're in the Azuma, the 801/2. Which is the 9 coach set, although you can also get the 801/1, which is the little 5 coach set, although who wants to drive the 5 coach set? You want to drive the big long 9 coach set. Oh, it didn't come on. Well, you can do that as well. You can turn on the GSMR as well. Oh, there you go, you can do that. I always forget whether it does it automatically or not. Because on the 700 it just does it automatically, I think, whereas on this one you actually have to click the button. Get mixed up between all the different ones. I think it's the same for Glossop as well, and is it Cross C where you just sort of, literally as soon as you put the key on, it just goes on for you. So you've got to remember this one, you've got to actually click the button. That doesn't actually do anything, it's just sort of a little extra thing you can do with the GSMR radio. But it's yeah, a bit more realistic, I suppose. Well, you can't set it up yet, though. Hopefully, soon. As we floor it along. Cool. Yeah, there we go. In fact, you would think it would actually already be set up. As when the train came in. Obviously, it was, maybe I would think it would still be on there. The next stop is Newark Northgate, so we're going to be skipping out of Retford on this bit. Well, Retford and Grantham we're not stopping at, but Grantham's after Newark Northgate. So the very long sections between stations, there's sort of, 15 minutes or so between each station. Wow, 10 to 15 minutes between each station. So you can really get some, proper speed on you. And some of the runs are literally non-stop the whole way from Peterborough to Doncaster and vice versa. 80 miles in about 45 minutes or so. So you're travelling quite a long distance in a fairly small amount of time, for the UK at least. Speed does drop to 110. Relatively soon. As we speed our way along. We're on the PS5 for this. So it's running alright. Yeah, it's sort of 50-ish. Right, let's sort of coast that now, as it's not too far to that 110 limit. I can't remember if there's a warning board for it. I think there's a warning board for it. Most of the speed limits only have a warning board. This is the fun thing about doing HUDless. You probably sort of have to concentrate. On some routes you can literally, if you also know like the back of your hand. This one I still got to concentrate a bit on. Cool, and on we go. There's one of the cats. So I don't know if you can. Hopefully you can't hear that. But yes, one of the cats was nice. That looks like a 110. It is a 110. Where was the warning board? Maybe there isn't one for that one. No, just about down in time. Brakes are pretty decent on this train. So we just about got that in time. We've got a neutral section there, so sort of no power at the moment. Speed should increase. Fair. I think it's just after this corner it will go back up. I think back up to line speed 125. But I haven't played this route in a couple of weeks, so it's nice to be back on it. It's almost like a whole new fresh run. Back up to 125. Cool. Lovely autumnal morning. I thought, as it was the autumn sale, it only makes sense to do an autumn run. It would be criminal to do a summer run in the autumn sale. So a nice autumnal morning here in the Midlands. I shouldn't actually be too far to Retford, where there is a 120 limit and then it goes down to 115. The 120 limit's just after the station. There's the DSD going off. But yeah, if you haven't got the East Coast Main Line, well, here's a look at it basically. Full line run. One of the quicker services. I mean, some are non-stop. This one, yeah, we do stop at Newark Northgate. But the trains you get included with it are the 801 and the 66. So the 801 being the Azuma, and then the 66 being the freight locomotive, which gives you actually a fair amount of freight services. And then the deluxe edition, and also I think now it's actually available separately now, the Flying Scotsman. You can get that for this route as well, which is very nice. And there's various other layers. Yeah, Midland Main Line, the 158 and the 43. What else have we got on here? Class 700, that gives you a few sort of ECS moves to the siding. West Somerset Railway, believe it or not, gives you a light loco 47 run. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So there's plenty to get up to on the route. And if you've got the Glossop line, you'll see the 323 at Doncaster, which replicates the Doncaster to, is it Outward services? Outward? I know it's got a bit of a weird name. It's Outward. It's somewhere in Leeds, I think. Right, we are now coming up to Retford, so we're going about 120, and then fairly soon after it will come down to 115. So you would start, if you were stopping at Retford, it's got approach control, so you would start sort of getting flicked down by the signals. But as we're going straight through, we don't have that. We get to go fast today. Get to skip out poor Retford, they don't get our company today. We are straight the way through. Here it is coming up now. What was weird coming through is literally every time I do this route, I do a stopping service, but I thought today we do a semi-fast service. A neutral section there, just about in time again. There's a fair few neutral sections on here. I don't know if they actually are simulated in the game. I don't think they are on this route. But if you want to be a little bit more realistic, but yeah. Power brake throttle back to 0. There's the AWS. This is Retford. Cool. We're leaning through Retford. Let's get a flyby shot. There it goes. And yeah, that 115 begins fairly shortly, which then actually lasts a little while. And the next station along is Newark Northgate. There's 5 stations on this route. There's Doncaster, Retford, Newark Northgate, Grantham, and then Peterborough. There's not many, but then it is quite a sparsely populated area, so there's not really much going on station-wise. Which then just means it's like this, high speed most of the way. Although some of the services do stop at every stop. That's more your cup of tea. One thing I can't wait to see though, which is coming quite soon to the game, is the suspension. At the moment in this game you go sort of left and right for the head sway, but you don't go up and down. But quite soon, I think it's going to be part of the winter update, I think, somewhere, they're going to add suspension, so it'll be even better. You'll sort of be bouncing up and down and everywhere. I look forward to that. And we've got dynamic weather on for this run, so we should sort of see the weather change as we go through the course of the journey, which for a high speed run I like having on because it would change quite a bit. See, sort of the clouds are starting to build up. You've got all the new sort of well, not the sort of the now standard things. So you've got, you know, volumetric clouds, and it's TOD4, this route. So there's plenty to, well, all the new bits, the lighting, the clouds. So it looks pretty nice. I might have to put the blind down at some point. That sun seems to be quite high already. What time is it? 8:28. Yeah, I might have to whack that down in a second. It's a bit too bright. That seems like we're turning away from it a little bit, which is good. Cool. Go back up to 125 now. So it lasts a little while, that 115 section. Got 117 now, 118, 120. I don't think we've actually gone 125 yet. I think we're on that sort of on the first bit when you got up to about 120. Is that the 47? Oh, it is. There we go. There's the 47 I was on about. Really weird, but yeah, the West Somerset Railway, you'd own to see that. Quite a peculiar little move, but you know, something else which it adds in. And also the new rain effects. Get those wipers on. So that's a tiny bit. Come on, do your wiping. There we go. Seems like we've got some rain coming over from those clouds. Yellow, so we start slowing down. Oh, just gone to green. Just about went to green. I think for the reason for that is there's lots of there's tons of level crossings on this route. So the sort of signals are obviously, you know, connected to them. So you do get a lot of sort of double yellows, and then they then flick to green almost straight away. That's sort of the crossing then goes down. Signals ahead, and there's also flashing green on this route as well, which you get, I think, on the bit between Grantham and Peterborough. I think you get the flashing greens on there. It's like an old cool thing, which would have allowed trains to run up to 140 miles an hour. Obviously, never quite happened. Double yellow again. Is it going to go green? It has gone green. Good. So we're not too far from Newark Northgate now. This is sort of my first indicator that we're sort of approaching Newark. It's this sort of industrial estate here. Sort of on the outside of Newark. Well, our main indication there's a signal box, is coming up quite soon. There's a signal box, and then we go around the left-hand bend, then we go around another left-hand bend, and on that bend is Newark Northgate. Or a bit further away. So we're almost there. Another double yellow signal. Is that going to change? It has. There we go. It's now green. A little bit of sunshine and showers here at the moment. So we're almost, Newark Northgate is the halfway point, so we're almost halfway already in 21 minutes. So it doesn't take too long when you're, you know, non-stop. I think one of the longer services is about an hour and 6 minutes, which is like one of the longest passenger ones you can do. Although some of the freight services, I think, 2 hours long. So obviously 80 miles with a freight train, you're going to be going half the speed. So they take a lot longer. warning there for the neutral section. So I'm just going to sort of bring that back. That will be approaching. Where are you, neutral section? Let's have you. Well, it should be coming up. Should be. There it is, there's the neutral section. Cool. Where's that signal box? Oh, we haven't already gone past it. There it is there. That's what my second indication that we're getting there. We're almost at Newark. So we go round this next corner, and then we then go around another corner, and then on sort of that next straight is it's Newark. I believe. So it has been a little while since I've driven this route. Yeah, let's start putting that down now. So speed limit is 100 over the flat crossing, which is coming up rather soon. And then just after the flat crossing is Newark. Or Newark Northgate. Getting those brakes on. Cool. What we'll do, we'll get a screenshot over the flat crossing. People seem to love the flat crossing, so we'll get a little photo over it using photo mode, which is new to TSW4. Right, let's so literally bang on the crossing. Okay, let's try my photo skills. No, don't do that. That's my controller being silly. That is. My controller's a bit broken, so it does funny things. Ooh, look at that. Come out a little bit. Bit of field of view in there. Change that a little bit. I'm slowly getting there on this. Slowly. Slow and steady. But we're slowly getting better with it. Literally bang on the flat crossing. A little bit of rotation, a bit of exposure, a little bit of saturation. Oh yeah. Rotation. Everybody seems to love rotation as well. Look at that. There we go. Well, there we go. There's our little screen nap there. And we're now approaching Newark Northgate, which we're 9 coaches long, so we can basically just fly in as we're going all the way to the end of the platform. Even at 50, you could probably still come in and get a nice, comfortable stop. So don't worry if you're doing a full, you know, sort of. I mean, the max you can get is 10 coaches, but you can just fly into the stations. I mean, this feels slow coming into the station, even though we're going 42 miles an hour. The platforms are all really long, so it does allow you to do that. I'm just try and stop in a rising brake. As smooth for the passengers as possible. They're saying that. It will do. It will do. That's a neutral and do the doors. I've had better stops, but that will do. There you go. People with baggage and umbrellas were brought. Well, actually, we had that on TSW3, but with bags we didn't have. It's quite cool seeing that. It's like they've all got their suitcases, come back from holiday, or maybe they're going on holiday to Newark. Is it an interesting place, Newark? What are you doing? Are you going in the waiting shelter or not? Or are you just gonna walk into it? Oh, he's like, oh, I'm all embarrassed now. It's like, oh, no, I was just waiting here. What are you doing? Oh, you want to have some of it as well now. Do you want to go in there? Maybe they want to go in there. They're trying to walk into a locked waiting room. Oh no, they can just go around here. Oh no, it is open. Guys, why don't you just sort of come here? Now we want to go through that bit. Okay. I can have it their way. Oh, IT. Well, that was going quick. That would probably be going about 125 as the AI would just slam their brakes on for the 100. So you've got a little bit of leeway as well. That's the EMT service, which you need to own the Midland Main Line to see these, and you can also drive them as well. Which adds, so we should see on the next section. You might actually see a 158. We look at the CIS on this side. What's it saying? Edinburgh, Edinburgh. No, but I think they might only stop on that platform then. Possibly. Yeah, Lincoln. And you got all the off the world stations as well. Conningham, Swindeby, Highcombe, and then Lincoln Central. Right, we've still got about a minute here. We've arrived in good time. No, look at that reflection. If we get on the train, actually, the platforms look really cool. They're covered in rain. There we go. Look at that. Got the pip out of the rain, the reflection of the Azuma. It's a really good-looking game, and that's because it's Unreal Engine. Which probably should be sort of the standard for making games or simulator games. Every Unreal Engine game tends to look good. Oh, and there's also yeah, you've got the guard panel control. Can we? Where is it? It says it's there. Oh, is that? Hang on. There is a guard panel. Have we? What? Have we opened it? Hang on. Let's get out and we'll try that. Let me quickly get that off. That shouldn't be beeping, but yeah. Let's go through the kitchen. Sorry. One of these, yeah, you can stand at guard station. Oh, there we go. There's a little T. There you go. So you can do this, which is quite cool. So get that on. And we can get the doors shut. And R1 as well, I suppose. Little buzz. Or can we do that? Can we hear that? Ah. There we go. Get that shut. And then let's get back to our. Oh yeah, we need to run back. There we go. Sorry, coming through. Get that back on. And we got 42 miles to Peterborough. Just a bit of a way. But we'll probably be there in about 20 minutes. Does not take long. Did we not put the DRA? We didn't put the DRA on. Oops. If you leave the cab, you should put the DRA on. I thought we did. Oh well. Let's go. So we're not stopping at Grantham. Well, that was quite a nice bit of external action. So this bit to Grantham's quite short, but then Grantham to Peterborough, that just goes on forever. Bit of horn. It's got one of the best horns on a UK train in the game. It's really good. Yeah, we'll be back up to line. Well, it is back up to line speed. There is a 115 just before we go in sort of the tunnel just north of Grantham. There's another one. Spectacular looking train though. One of the better looking IETs. IETs are like a plague. They're getting to too many places now. Replacing too many good trains. This one's alright though. I'm getting so mixed up with the amount of 800 series there are now. There's the 800, which I think is Great Western. I think possibly also the Azuma. And the 801, and there's the 802, which I think is Great Western. And there's the 803. What one's the whole trains? That's an 802, I think. Yeah, and then you've got 803, which I think is Lumo. I don't know about the 804. We've got the 805, which I've got a feeling will be the Midland ones. Or was it the 820? So there's just so many. So many different 800 series trains now. I'd just say make more electro stars. High speed electro stars. That's what we need. Lovely. It's nice and quick again. Not a problem. In fact, we've got a double yellow here. Oh, green now. Most of the time they will go green, but do not assume. Even though they usually do, but you still don't assume it's gonna go green. Always be ready to start braking. That's been up a bit more now. Quite actually realistic to how it is as a recording, so I can see a bit of sun outside, but it's definitely still cloudy out there. Only about 20 minutes ago it was absolute torrential rain. There's a shed, some JNAs doing the rounds. Probably waiting for a IET to whiz by. Hopefully we can see the Scotsman. Well, that's probably the wrong time of the day. It's yeah, 8:43. So we might not see that steaming past. And I think it's only on certain months as well. So we might not see that. It's just 40, what was it, 42 miles from Newark Northgate all the way to Peterborough, and that is quite a distance, and how fast we're covering it as well, in 20 minutes. I know for any European viewers, they're probably like, that's slow, but for the UK, that is quick. Somewhere along here the 115 begins. It's on a bit of a corner. I mean, we go round a corner first, and then there's another corner, and it's the 115. Sort of, well, where those hills are, a bit sort of further on yet. That will be happening fairly soon. Now flyby shot. But no, this route is quite a good one for learning HUDless, which is sort of without, you know, all the in-game overlays, which you don't want whilst you're playing. So yeah, give it a go, get the HUD off. So on a route like this with 5 stations, not many speed changes, you can't really go wrong. Well, you could blast through a station at 125, but give it a go anyway. This corner, is it the 115? It's on the next, well actually we're already at 114. I'll sort of just let it naturally come down. I think it's on the next corner. Yeah, we go around this one, then we're sort of on a bit of a straight again, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, and then we're on a straight again, then it's 115 on the next bend. And there's a lot of activity on this line. I know a lot of people were saying, you know, there's not really much going on, but then they're just comparing it to other routes. Probably comparing it to the BML or Southeastern High Speed. It's still a busy route. There's still a lot, you know, for this part of the East Coast Mainline, there's still a lot going on. And there's still more what could be added. You know, Grand Central, Hull trains. There's a lot more which can be added to make it even busier. But it's already, especially if you've got some of the layers as well, it feels quite busy. And I believe it's a Joe Burgess timetable as well, which if you're not familiar with the name Joe Burgess, he makes manic timetables in the game. There's always absolutely everything loaded into the timetable. Right, we're coming up to the first tunnel. So it'll be down to 100 soon again, as we'll be blasting through Grantham station. And yeah, from Grantham to Peterborough, it just goes on and on. That's like it feels like the longest part of the route, but we're going to tackle it. Here we go. So still 1:15 at this stage. Still 1:15 for at least another sort of mile or two. Well, will then come down to 100 going through the station. This is on a bit of a corner. Loving the autumnal though. Well, loving just the autumnal look of the route. When we were sort of doing a lot of this when the game first released in September, so the trees aren't sort of as orangey and more sort of just a sort of a lighter, I know, sort of dimmer green. And it's nice to do it sort of like late October, early November, where the trees are now sort of almost completely orange. Does look good. Right. Down to 100 now. That is going to begin quite soon. Actually, round the corner and through Grantham, which I believe it is 100 through Grantham, although I could be wrong. I know it's not less. Actually, yeah, there you go, that 100. I thought there was a 5 on the end. I was thinking, oh, maybe we are a little bit wrong, but no, it's 100. And we will get a flyby shot actually. We should be able to go faster than the train. Only just, but we can. And I've got a keyboard plugged in for this. I know there'll be a question of how I'm doing that. That's good. Let's get back in. And speed up again. So back up to 1:15, which it will be until sort of the next tunnel along. And after that, it's then 125 most of the way down to PBO, Peterborough. No, it's a nice route because of, I mean, it's not a Castle Vorarlberg, where you're sort of just sat there for 35 minutes just not doing anything. You actually do have to do stuff on here, and there's a few more stations as well. So it's quite engaging. Well, I'm sure everyone does have their different opinions on it, but there's still stuff you have to do. Even on a non-stop run, you still need to be looking out for all the different speed limits and signals, double yellows. And yeah, you can see the new rain effects as well, which do look a lot nicer than the and that's just a TSW4 thing. The new rain droplets. I don't know how well you can see it on the video. It's okay. Yeah, just about. And soon enough, back up to 125. The last sprint to Peterborough. Well, Peterborough's always a bit of a hive of activity. Oh, here we go. Here's a 158. Which you do need the Midland Main Line to be able to layer it on. And if you are new to Train Sim Mod 4 or just Train Sim Mod franchise in general, and you don't know what a layer is, basically it means owning another DLC which will add trains to this DLC. That's a layer. It adds another layer of gameplay to this route, even though it's from another route. There you go, 125 again. You've got a little tiny 125 board out of the tunnel. It's quite hard to spot, but it's now 125 again. So let's get the speed up. I wonder if we'll be racing another train. That'd be quite nice to see if we do actually race another 158 on the upslide. As even though we're going down the country, we're actually on the up line. We're on the up fast at the moment, and to the left of us is the up slow. So I thought it was only about a year ago when I used to always refer to this as the down fast, as in we're going down the country. Yeah, but it makes sense down. But no, we're going up. We're going up to London. So I see any line going towards London is the up line, and any line going away from London is the down line. So it makes sense if you live in the southeast where I am, because yeah, it's actually going up or down. Look at that blind down a little bit. It hasn't got really much of a fancy blind. Let's, oh, whoa, hello. That'll do, yeah, let's get that down. A little bit up there, let's do that. Perfect. So somewhere along here there will be Stoke Bank, where the oh, there's a flashing green there as well, where the Mallard reached its speed record. So that's somewhere along here, and you can actually see the little sign that says, you know, Mallard broke the speed record here. If you've got good eye, if you've got really quick eyesight, you might be able to spot it somewhere along here. Helps if you know sort of roughly where it is already. I just know it's along this bit somewhere. I've seen it once. Can't remember where exactly though. Only a little sign. And it's downhill most of the way to Peterborough as well. Hence the reason this is where it broke the speed record, because it was going downhill. So about 10 minutes to Peterborough. This, I think this is the longest section between Grantham and Peterborough. It's Newark Northgate and to Grantham wasn't really that far. It was only sort of 5 minutes or so. Whereas this bit's a bit more. I'm looking out for the Mallard sign. It'll be somewhere along this bit. I think it's on the right hand side as well. I'm keeping an eye out. Probably already gone past it though. Somewhere along here. 124. It's quite the train actually maintains its speed really nicely. It's yeah, it maintains it really nicely. Doesn't really lose speed too quickly. It doesn't gain speed if you're coasting too quickly. It's really good for that. I mean, in fact, we're going downhill and we're actually losing speed a little bit. I think this is still downhill. Get a bit of throttle on again. 125. 126, we don't want that. 125 again. And we know when we're coming up to Peterborough, it's actually it all just like all the lines come in, it's a massive yard. It's very obvious when you're coming up to Peterborough. much more so than any other stations. Like Doncaster's quite an easy one, as you just get brought down for it, and you get the big yards. But thanks everyone for watching, and obviously thanks again to Dovetail Games for allowing us to showcase the East Coast mainline, which I believe should be on sale. If it's not, then you probably wouldn't be seeing this video. But yeah, it should be on sale. I think it's actually the first time Train Sim 4 has been on sale since launch. So yeah, go treat yourself. And if any other routes are on sale, get the BM of the Brighton main line. That's always a good one to get. Little personal recommendation. If it's on sale, it might not be on sale, but if it is, well, definitely Southeastern High Speed. Southeastern High Speed, if you like your UK stuff, that's a really good one. That's a defo. Nice. A little bit more sort of life. We're sort of getting closer to Peterborough. Getting there. It's been, what, 48 minutes? I think the service said 55 minutes, so another sort of 4 minutes, and we'll sort of probably start slowing down a bit, and then 4 minutes coming into the station or so. I reckon we're nearer to Peterborough now than to Grantham. I'll get the wipers off now as well. Leave them on. Don't forget, there you go. Oh no, down. Little flashing green there. Another IET. Let's get a little flyby shot. There it goes. But you'll see the line from Spalding. Spalding? Yeah, you'll see the line from Spalding join up soonish. Soonish-ish. Like an underpass. Still a little bit further on. It's been about 50 minutes now. It's been an enjoyable run. We've had nice weather as well. We sort of started off sunny, started raining a little bit, and now it's sort of back to being sunny. So on these sort of high-speed journeys, I like having the dynamic weather on. Not so much on sort of the stopping ones, as then it feels like it changes too much. But for ones like this, where you're crossing 80 miles in 50 minutes, the dynamic weather works fantastic. Oh, and something else on the intersection there, already no power there. Something else to note about Train Sim 4 is you get volumetric fog, which is basically where it's fog, and you can see the sort of the lights. Well, it's a bit more better looking fog, and you can see your headlights against the fog. That's another sort of new cool thing. So this is really tempting me to go on this train in real life. At the time of recording this, I've actually got a day off next day, so I want to go on an IET. It's either an IET or a 465. See how much it costs me to go to Doncaster. But yeah, we are now slowly getting onto the approach to Peterborough now. It's not too far off. It's all starts sort of opening up now a little bit. Not much more sort of a sprawl of lines scurrying all over the place. Yeah, we should get the line from Spalding join up quite soon as well. That's not too far off. And Train Sim 4, again, for any newbies watching, to the franchise is available on Xbox, all of the Xbox Ones, Xbox Series S, X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Steam, and Epic Games. So it's basically everywhere, on every platform apart from Nintendo, but let's not count Nintendo. Imagine Train Sim 4 on Nintendo Switch. Would it even work? Maybe on like potato graphics. But no, it's not on Nintendo. But on all of sort of the main platforms, I suppose. The important ones. Apologies to any Nintendo fans. There we are. Yeah, well, this is sort of North Peterborough now. So very shortly. There's the line from Spalding. They're sort of coming up there. So it's gone underneath. Now, is it Peterborough Decoy Yard or something? That will be coming up soon on the left. And we might start getting brought down for Peterborough. It really depends what platform we're coming into. So I don't think for everyone you sort of get brought down for it. So we'll have to see. We might. And it's basically 125 all the way to the gates of Peterborough. So it's really quick. There we are getting brought down for it, I think. There we go. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully you have enjoyed. Just going off again. Look at that, got it before it even gone off. How cool. That would probably want to come down a little bit quicker than that, as that was a single yellow. Well, I think the next signal was near the bridge, so it was a little bit further off. Cool. Sort of a slow approach. The thing is, this does have overspeed on it. It has an overspeed sensor, so if you go too fast up to a red light, it will bite you. It will drop your speed right down, it will start buzzing at you, it all goes a bit berserk. So be careful. Well, that's not right, sure, right, we've got a single yellow. But still, be careful. Lovely. I don't know if we're following something in. No, it shouldn't be. The amount of junction indicators on that though, tons of them. Probably the most I've seen on a signal in the game. So many different. I think there was 5 positions on there. Come on, that's a full house. Well, I think we're going to. Well, we will be going straight on. That would be position 7, which doesn't actually have any lights, but yeah. In we go. Banner repeats telling me that signal ahead is clear. 700, 700. There it is. It's there. Hello, 700. I can see you there. Oh, the signal is what? Oh, we got an off indicator. Well, I don't know who's been flicking switches. Well, it's nice to see the off indicator, but that shouldn't be on. Because yeah, the signal there is red, and the only reason you'd see an off indicator and the banner repeater being as it was diagonal, as if the signal was basically anything but red. There we go. We did it. Let's do a bit of that. But nice to see the off indicator does work. It's nice to see it on. It's not every route you have it on, but this one is. But yeah, obviously it shouldn't be on. Cool. Oh, this is 700. Come here, 700. Nine Juliet service this one down to Horsham, which has one hell a lot of stations. There's a lot of stations on that. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of minutes. Let's have a little walk around Peterborough. Goodbye, train. Oh, there you go. Let me out. Oh, it's gone off now. Now it's gone green. Let's have a look. Oh, it's still up. Okay. It's got the head over. But yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. I've been Joe, the British Ace, your commentator for today's run. If you haven't seen my channel, feel free to check it out. I do like to sort of try and be realistic as much as possible when playing Train Sim World. It's just the way I prefer to play. I like trying to play realistically. And also work on the real railway as a train dispatcher for a certain company in the southeast of England. Let's sit on the 700. I was a bit busy on it, but yeah, it must be rush hour. Let's not sit on there. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links to be found in the, well, no, this will be on the Dovetail channel, so I'm sure there'll be another ambassador. Dovetail might be live after this. I'm sure you'll find links in the description for all the different sale bits and bobs and stores. But yeah, thanks all for having me, and I'll see you all when I next see you. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.
Right, hello everyone. So, welcome to Vorarlberg. Let's get right into the route. Now, we're going to be starting here at quite a dark time of night. I believe it's, well, I say night, it's very early morning. It's about 5 a.m. And there's a reason why I've chosen this time in particular, because if you look just in front of us, if I move over with the free cam, you can see that we're just getting that lightness over the horizon. And as we're going through this journey, it's about 5 to 6 in the morning. We're going to be starting to see the sunrise over the mountains. I'm so looking forward to this. So we are on Vorarlberg. Where are we? I'm lost in the dark on my camera. Right, we've got some passengers that we want to get on board. So let's get ready with the route. Just turn the master switch the wrong way. That's always a good start. So we want to put that on. We need to put this in. Let's open our left doors. Is everyone able to board, or our doors opening okay? Yeah, looks like it's all good there. Now, can I turn on my instrument lights? There we go. Yeah, I will be getting some achievements. So this is actually one of my first few times on Vorarlberg. I have done a couple runs in the training, but not on the timetable. I'm really looking forward to it because I was helping host the Vorarlberg preview stream, and I absolutely love it. And obviously I've seen the screenshots of the Vorarlberg scenery, and it looks fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to this run. I believe everyone's boarded, so let's close the doors. And we've got to wait about half a minute here before we can properly get started. So I'm going to make sure our reverser is set up and our headlights are in headlight mode, because we're going to be driving like usual. And I think we're pretty much ready to go here. Everything's set up. Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. We're almost ready to go. If you, obviously you've just seen the intro to this kind of segment of the video, but all through the moment we've got amazing sales on the Steam Autumn sales, as well as PlayStation and Xbox Black Friday sales. But Vorarlberg being one of TSW4 core routes, you can pick up TSW4 Special Edition, Standard, Deluxe, Regional, all at massive discounts. Standard is 35% off, the Regional Editions are up to 46% off, and the Special Edition is 50% off. So that includes loads of different routes. Let's pull off gently with the Master Controller. Oh, we didn't set the brake to drive. There we go. And that should be all we need, I'm hoping. Let's pull the power back to 0, just so it has a chance to reset. We're in drive. Put some power on. Are we in forward? I believe so. Okay, we're off. We're moving. And yeah, there's loads of fantastic sales all across the Steam store as well as on PlayStation and Xbox. So you can pick up Vorarlberg, you can pick up TSW4 core routes, all for a good discount and a good price. So check that out. But we're going to be playing across Vorarlberg, which is of course bundled in with TSW4 core route. And I'm looking forward to this. We're going past a whole bunch of other 4024s. These are the Talent 1 trains. Now, I also learned in the introduction to the route that the Talent is actually an acronym. I don't remember the acronym perfectly, but it's like TAL and an E and an N and an T. I thought it was just a name they'd used to name the loco, but actually hearing the acronym is quite fun. And look at this. So everything's going to be a little dark at the moment. I do believe we've got our headlights on, so we're all safe in that regard. Oh, we are speeding. There I go talking. Oh, actually, we're no longer speeding. It's all good. Of course, I believe this loco can go up to 140 kilometers an hour, which is ridiculous. It is very fast. It's a very speedy loco. We're going past another loco at the moment. So for a minute I was speeding now, but it's okay. I tend to speed when I'm focusing on talking about what's happening. And what is happening right now is the sun rising over the mountains. Now this is why I chose this time. I was looking at the timetable, at the various times available to play the route, and this kind of time around 6 AM is where you really start to see this fantastic sunrise happening, and this is really what's exciting me now. So I believe where's our camera situated? We're a little bit a ways. So it's going to become lighter and lighter. How far are we from the platform? We're about 1 kilometer. So I'm going to start applying some light braking, possibly. I still need to be able to judge the braking distances, but I'm gonna start putting some braking on. I'm gonna actually really start putting some braking on because that is coming up quickly. 700 meters. We're still doing 90 kilometers an hour. I could possibly drop that to a 2 or a 3% brake. I think we're doing okay. If you've seen me drive before, you'll know I have a lovely habit of undershooting or famously overshooting the platform. Okay, 300 meters away, 60 kilometers. Let's definitely add some braking power. I think we're looking good. The braking control in the UBB 4024 in this loco is fabulous. It's fantastic. This is one of my favorite locos to drive for sure. Let's apply a little bit more braking now. Almost there. Let's go for perfect. 19, 18 kilometers. It's looking good. Wow. Perfect. Right on the dot. Okay. Let's open our right doors. Let's make sure the passengers are all okay getting in. There we go. Brilliant. So yeah, as we go through the route, I'm hoping that the sky, the surroundings start coming to life. We're already seeing that now. We can actually make out the details in the mountain scenery. Let's switch to our kind of free explore cam. And just look at this. I mean, this is why I wanted to run this route. It's just fabulous. We're starting to see the mountains kind of come into color. You can start seeing some of the snow on some of the peaks, even that one over there. And some of the fog in the valleys. Absolutely fantastic. Now we had our left doors open, is it? So right doors. So I'm gonna lock the right doors, and we gotta wait about 1:30. We were here a bit speedily. I know we did speed, so I guess that makes up the minute. Actually, while we're on the platform, let's have a little look, because this is my first time properly exploring the route myself. So I'd like to have a little gander on the station. So we're on our way to Lustenau. Have we got a route map somewhere that I can look at? We've got a ticket machine here. Absolutely fantastic. And I mean, look at the sky. It's practically pink and purple. Oh, it's lovely. It's really lovely. Okay, we better get back on board before our passengers start getting cranky about their driver being outside on the platform looking at the sky. Okay, that door should close itself. Right, we're almost ready to get rolling again. Let's take us back up to neutral. Driver says close the passenger doors. Hopefully they are closed now. On we go, 4 kilometers. Let's get some speed. I'm hoping to get a really nice shot, sunset shot of somewhere along the route of the Loco, mountains in the background, sunrise coming over with the new photo mode. We'll see. We'll see how good I am. I'm just coming to grips with the photo mode tool itself, so I'm not the best at using it, but I've seen what the players can do, and it's inspiring. Look at that. Look at that scenery. It's lovely. Yeah, we can go a little bit faster than 40 kilometers. We've got a speed limit of 100 and... I think that's about 140, maybe 135. 4 kilometers to go, so we may as well get speeding up. And I'm going to be really just focusing on the scenery pretty much this entire trip. If we place our camera about here, it's just lovely. You can see the trees kind of rolling past, the hills in the background. We might start seeing the sun in the next maybe 4 or 5 minutes, as it's probably going to reach across the mountains very soon. It almost feels magical. It's just the way the sky is practically dark blue and pink. I would love to see what sunrises look like around this kind of area in the world in real life. We're speeding. We're doing the famous talk and speed. I'm going to put a little bit of braking on just to bring that back into range. And that makes sense as we're about 2 kilometers away, so I don't really want to be doing 140. Okay, 1.8. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more braking on. 130. Just about make out the station up ahead. So I'm gonna push our braking power up to about 5, I think. That seems sensible. I think we can coast a little bit more at 90. Maybe we should put a bit more on now. We're 700 meters away. In my head, I'm roughly matching for every 100 meters is every tens of kilometers an hour we want to be traveling. I don't really know how well of a gauge that really is in reality, but it seems to work for me. 67 kilometers, about 300 meters. Based on the timings in the top left, so now we're now a few seconds late. I think we could do this faster, so I think for our next stop, I'm going to be a little bit more bold on my stopping distances. Speaking of being bold on stopping distances, while I've been looking at the UI, I've just completely overshot this. Absolutely atrocious effort. In fact, are we making the platform? It might be a good enough. It looks like it's a good enough. Let's open the doors. I think that last door there, you choose to, you can possibly jump that little gap, but you might end up in the river down below. Just look at that mountain view in the distance. Let's see if we can do a quick bit of photo mode, because it's just beautiful. The time of day, I highly recommend, from personal preference, to give this a shot at this time of night, or this time of morning. Sorry, it's this kind of 6 a.m. time. I don't know if this is the best shot I want to line up, but I'm hoping to get a really lovely sunrise shot. I think actually I'll try this at a later stage in the route, where there's a bit of a better angle. At the moment I've got a few trees in the way. And I think as soon as we start seeing the sun peeking over, I definitely want to snap a photo. So we're going to be keeping an eye behind us. We seem to be traveling away from the sun. Okay, locked doors. Are we good to go? We are. Right, let's make up that time. We're going to be bolder with our stops. How long have we got? 3.2 kilometers. Let's take off. It looks like we might be entering a tunnel here up ahead. Maybe just a short little box tunnel. 100 miles an hour, 2.8 kilometers. Again, just look at the sky, it's fantastic. Okay, let's make sure we line this up correctly. So I'm going to switch back down to coasting. I think we're at a good speed. And maybe around the 1.5 kilometer mark, I'm going to start thinking about dropping our speed. We have about 1 minute and 15. I want to make sure we're on time. Back under the bridge. A bit more of a residential area at the moment. So we're reaching 1.5 kilometers. I'm now going to gently apply a brake. And we'll see if we can aim for a perfect. I can see the blue dot in the distance. I can see it all the way over there. 110 miles an hour, about 1 kilometer. Let's start really thinking about dropping our speed. Oh, this feels right. This feels like a good speed. I'm actually gonna put it about a 20% brake. Oh, now we are actually overspeeding, so I think I will lower my brake quite a bit. Just to make sure we're playing it safe. Especially as we're in a residential area. 200 meters, 50 kilometers. Let's make sure we don't overshoot this one as well. It's looking good. And okay, you can forgive maybe 10 seconds of being late. For perfect enough stop. You know what? That's close enough for me. Let's open the right-hand doors. Get the passengers in. And while we're in the free cam, let's take a look. So yeah, you can definitely tell it's now about 10 minutes past 6. And everything has really come to life. And I think this is going to be my photo mode stop, because this looks fantastic. Let's really line this up. Just looking at these mountains up ahead. Let's see if we can play with the depth of field. FOV. So I want to, how do I want to do this? I want to stretch the FOV and then come really close. That will bring the mountains further away. Oh, I just dropped. I just jumped out of it. So I don't actually want to bring the mountains further away. I want to bring them really close. So if we move our FOV all the way left, and then just get the front of the train in, possibly a little too far zoomed. So let's try maybe about 26%. And what you get there is that you get, when you slide your FOV a bit to the left, you end up bringing the world around you closer. So it's certainly not my finest work, but to me, possibly a little higher then. Let's use the Q&E. Okay, there's something here. I think I'm thinking about the rule of thirds and all the photography tricks you can do. And it's certainly not my finest work, but it's not too bad. Let's see where our focal point is. So we want to bring, if we bring that all the way to the left, you see it blurs fully, but we want to just capture the front of the train, and we get a little bit of a blur from the light in the background, and then the mountains in the back also kind of catch that. I love that shape of the snow. Now, do we add any rotation? Everyone loves playing with the rotation. See, we can just switch the rotation to being fully left, fully right. I'll probably just give it a 2% tilt. Nothing, maybe even a 1%. It does dramatically alter the feeling. Thinking of possibly changing the FOV a little bit, maybe. So if we move it up, we can shrink the mountains and get them just in behind a tree. And maybe more like this angle. Okay, it's not my finest work, but I think that's lovely. Save. Brilliant. Right, on with the trip. Had a little detour there, but that's fine. Photo mode is excellent. I certainly need to improve my skills, I think. Let's go into our free look cam for a moment while we lock the doors. Just lovely. Just a lovely route. And I think for me this kind of view while we drive is quite fun. Let's lock the doors. Let's get ready to move. Let's take our brake off. And off we go. We've got 4.6 kilometers. We've got to be mindful of a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. But I'm going to assume, yes, as you can see on our track monitor, that should increase soon. You get the birds chirping in the distance as well. Absolutely fantastic. So let's switch back to our number 2 cam. We want to keep this one roughly pointing forward. And actually, while we're in this camera, let's see if we can't get the mountains. Look at that view. I want to try and avoid the poles coming in front of us. Look at that view as we're riding along. Just lovely. Now, oh, our speed limit is now fully free. So let's get some power going and make sure we're not late. And look at that view. I mean, this should have been my photo mode opportunity, but it's okay. You're seeing it live. Let's move our camera maybe a bit up. Fantastic. Okay, let's start coasting. Okay, we don't want to speed, but hitting the speed limit. It's a train that's built to go 140 kilometers an hour. It may as well reach its potential. I think earlier we were speeding about 150, but that's okay. Yeah, absolutely fantastic mountains in the background. Of course, if you are using photo mode, taking any screenshots, be sure to send them our way. We have a custom hashtag that we use on social, hashtag TSW Railshots, and our social media manager Katie, she loves sharing them. On Twitter, we're passing another loco. Wow, right between the two. Yeah, she loves sharing them, so make sure you, if you're a fan of using driver assist, close the main circuit breaker to draw power from the pedal wires. Are we entering a switch of power? Driving loco for 50 miles, that's a new achievement right there. So, we are about 100 miles an hour, 900 meters away from the station. Let's make sure we slow. Close the main circuit breaker. Okay, I think I need to understand where the main circuit breaker is. Main circuit breaker, here we go. I knew it was over here. So let's close that. And while we've been doing that, we have lost all of our speed. So we're at a bit of a crawl, but we're not too late. I think the passengers aboard can excuse a maybe 1 minute delay. We took some time to take a photo, although I believe when we entered photo mode, we paused the real world time anyway. That's okay. Okay, we're about 100 meters away and doing 60 miles an hour, so this is going to be a poor station stop, unless we have just about enough time to recover. Oh, I think we do. The braking just feels so strong, feels so smooth. So I can definitely be more lenient with how I stop at the stations, because we were coming in about 200 meters there at 60 miles an hour, and yet not a problem at all. Let's get those doors open. And we're just gonna put the braking on 1. Let's have another little run down and pop out onto the station here. You got the mountains, you got the lovely scenery, you got the residential areas as well. We've even got a bit of an underpass down here. Really lovely. Even the station's really lovely. But we haven't got time for this. Let's get back aboard. Can I shut the door from in here? No, I've got to be in the seat. Let's run through. Make sure to close the door behind us. Get in the seat. Lock the doors. Don't worry, they're already a minute late. What's a minute more? And we'll continue onwards. 6.4 kilometers to our next stop, so it's time to get some speed. I must say, this is probably one of my favorite trains to drive already. It feels really easy to pick up for someone like me that's not particularly advanced as a player. It's really easy to understand. The training is really simple, it's really quick. The braking is very acceptable at all levels of driving, and it's very smooth, and of course it comes with one of the most scenic routes, arguably, in the entire game. Just lovely. I mean, imagine living here in these houses, and just out your back window is huge mountain system. I guess you're compensated by the fact that on the other side of the window is just a massive field. And we're speeding again. Too busy looking at the environment. It's okay. It's only 142. We'll coast a little bit. Actually, maybe just keep ourselves in minimum power here. And let's give the mountains more of a view as we pass by. So I want to move my camera to about this kind of view. Absolutely lovely as we pass by. Are we looking about 3.7 kilometers? We are still losing speed a little bit, so I'm going to make sure that we try and maintain that. Although potentially we want to stay at about 130 because our track monitor is saying that there's a bit of a change coming up. Are we expecting a 130 drop? I believe so. We are doing 137, so for a moment we might be a bit over the limit. And then we're back to 140, so it's just a little blip there to drop 10 miles, but it's okay because we need to start thinking about slowing down. I say thinking, we're 2 kilometers away, 125 miles an hour. We know, obviously we know the UBB 4024 here that we're driving. It's very forgiving with our speed, so I'm not too worried. I'm keeping an eye on the track monitor. It still says we're very comfortable doing 120 miles an hour, so that's okay. And so I'm just going to stay at about 117. And as we kind of descend below a kilometer away, I'm going to start applying that minimum road. About 20%. And we'll see how this lines up. We're curving in a bit now. 600 meters at 100 kilometers an hour. It's looking pretty good. 500 meters at about 90. So remember last time we were able to stop within 200 meters at 60 miles an hour. So we're going a little bit faster. I think we'll be okay. 50 miles an hour for 60 meters. Ooh, it might be a little bit further than we have anticipated. But that's not too bad. And would you look at the time? With 3 seconds to go, let me open the doors. Dead on time. Well, okay, maybe 30 seconds. 30 seconds late, because we were meant to be leaving 30 seconds ago. But it's okay. It's okay. I think our passengers are grateful that we've now made up some time. And it looks like our next stop is... We have to wait until 1600. No, sorry, not 1600. 18 minutes past 6. Anyway, so look at that. Perfect amount of time. All that time taken... Spending, taking photos, grabbing looks at the scenery, all been made up. And we've only got 1 kilometer to our next stop, so that's It's really just over there. In fact, I can actually see it from here. So we really won't be getting to 140 miles an hour, kilometers an hour between this and the next stop. We're really just gonna hop over this bridge, hop over the river. I think we could probably sit at a comfortable 60 kilometers an hour. We'll just coast. We'll just coast our way over. Thankfully, because we made ourselves up some time, we're not in any rush. And then we'll just put a little bit of gentle braking on. And I think if it's not been obvious for the last 5 minutes or so, we've pretty much reached full daytime. Well, early morning time. The sky's still got elements of pink in it, but our visibility is full. It's clear, it's lovely. I know when we started the route, I could barely make out where I was on the free camera, so I would really recommend this this service. It's the one that starts at about 5 minutes to 6, and it's about 45 minutes long. Oh, look at that! Perfect stop. Brilliant. Let's open the right doors. Let's get everyone in. And it looks like we've got another train passing by. Can I grab this in photo mode if I get the right timing in? I'll maybe try this. I just want to take a look. Oh my gosh, my field of view is still completely changed. Let's take a look. Look at that. We've got two of the 4024 talents kind of pulling into the station at the same time. Can we bring them a bit closer together? Maybe the field of view is a little too close. So I don't want to get this pole right in front. Over the depth of field slightly. I do love photo mode, but it is a tool that you can spend hours in trying to get right. Now I want my focal point to just blur that back train by maybe 1 or 2%. Even that seems about good. Depth of field, I think. Keep that about there. Just a little bit of blur so it brings some focus to the one in the front. Boom, that's another photo. It's again, it's a work in progress. There is no wrong answer. But there it goes. Right, let's load our passengers. I'm really aiming for a platinum medal here, but who knows? I've been caught speeding a couple times. So we're waiting on the platform for a minute anyway, so let's lock the doors. Let's do a quick peek through our coaches. We got pretty much two brothers here, two twin brothers perhaps, or just an odd coincidence in this first coach. And we've got a passenger here. We can join them. We can take a peek out the window. They are quite tinted. Okay, it seems like quite a quieter service, but then it is 6 AM. So I don't doubt. I don't know which day we're on, but perhaps it's a weekend. Okay, we're getting ready to go. We got about 5 seconds before we're taking off. Right, 2 kilometers. Let's get rolling. So of course, to say it again, Steam Autumn sales now on. PlayStation and Xbox Black Friday sales are also on. So make sure to take a look across the various platforms that you're using. See if TSW4 is on sale, because you can get the deluxe edition, at least on Steam, for 40% off, and that will of course come with this lovely 4024 and the Vorarlberg routes. That comes in all the editions except the regional ones, the UK and the US regional packs. They will come with the East Coast Mainland Antelope respectively, but otherwise you can pick up Vorarlberg in every other edition, and they're all on offer, so check them out. Oh, we're gonna speed. Okay, we've only got a kilometer to go, so I think 100 kilometers an hour is a respectable speed. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but if you are a user on Steam, we do have the Steam expansion exclusive bundles, and they include a set of 4 different routes, and you can get that for UK, US, German, and European. So that wouldn't include Vorarlberg, but it would include different expansions of regional routes. Probably traveling a little fast. So yeah, check them out. Amazing sales, really great discounts. And oh no, we're gonna overshoot the platform. Break. It's okay. This looks like quite a long platform. Are we even gonna make it? We're running out of space. What happened to our speed? Why are we're not slowing down fast enough? Oh no. I mean, we've still got a door or two on the platform. It might count. You know what? It counts. It's okay. It's certainly not my finest work. Let me pop down just to where we meet the platform. So I mean, the last 3 doors, they're not very accessible. I know you were all waiting on down this end. They're walking over now. So I mean, there's at least three accessible doors and 3 inaccessible ones. So if you don't mind a little walk over the grass, it's not too much of an issue. Apologies. Okay, I think we only had to pick up 1 passenger from this station. Right, let's lock the doors. I've just unlocked the left doors. We need to keep them locked. No one's getting in on this side, I hope. Are they still? There we go. No, we don't. No, we're not letting anyone in on this side. Okay, we're ready to go. Another 1.4 kilometers. So we've got quite a few closer stations here. So let's get some power going, and let's try to aim for the platform this time. Thankfully, we were lucky that was quite a forgiving platform length. I feel I will be eternally judged for my stopping distances I've done on various routes. There was one that I had to. Now what? I'm trying to think which route it was now, but I completely overshot the platform and then had to reverse all the way back to the platform. Yeah. So that wasn't, at least that wasn't too bad. Okay, 800 meters, 90 miles an hour. We're gonna really start slowing down. I'm gonna promise this will be a perfect stop. It's okay. We're at a good speed. No need to panic. $400 meters at 80 kilometers an hour. It's looking good. Let's keep bringing that speed down. 200 meters. There's the blue marker. I think we're fine. I think we're on for a perfect stop. Let's make sure we definitely slow down enough in time. 20 kilometers an hour. This is looking perfect. Look at that. The blue dot ended up right on us. Unlock the doors. And let everyone in. And we're on time. Our speeding methods and horrible platform stops have still kept us on time, and that's the main thing. And has it just begun to snow? I've only just picked up on it, but I don't know how long that's been happening. We've got a few little flakes. Flakes hitting the window. Oh, that means we probably should think about putting the wipers on. But dilemma is that I didn't check where the wipers were when I did my training. Oh, they're right here. It's the button that looks like a wiper itself. And look at that, we can now see. Okay. Brilliant. Right, let's get moving. Did I lock the doors? I did. We got 1.6 kilometers, so let's get moving. But wow, this is a very nice timetable. Where is our camera? This is a very nice route. We started in complete darkness. We moved to that beautiful kind of morning sunrise over the mountains, pink skies, clear weather, and now it's completely clouded over. It's snowing. What a transition. What an amazing transition. And I believe we're even getting snow starting to build up the environment as well. Absolutely incredible. What a treat. So let's press 2 here. Yeah, we're definitely getting snow on the rails. Oh, we're doing 100 kilometers an hour. We need to slow down. I promised I wouldn't overshoot another platform. But we've got to be careful, of course. I mean, the snow's going to start affecting our braking. So we've actually got some weather to factor in, and this has really gone from sunny day to winter wonderland in the space of about 15 minutes. By the end of the run, we'll probably be in complete darkness again. Okay, 15 miles an hour. Oh no, I don't want to brake too hard, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, this won't be a perfect one, but at least we'll be fully on the platform. Again, apologies, passengers. I might have to wave goodbye to that platinum medal. Let's get those doors open so everyone can get inside from the cold. And just absolutely fantastic drive that we've been through. Look at this. It's almost pitch black again. The darkness. Absolutely lovely. We've got snow on the tracks. Just wonderful. Just when I was thinking we would need to turn the headlights off. Or the cab lights. Okay, let's get everyone in. Close those doors. And we're still good. We're still good for time. 2.5 kilometers. Okay, let's move it up. We have passengers waiting in the cold. And that's quite an ominous view straight up ahead. We got this fog. And now our rails are almost completely submerged in the snow. You can just about see the tops. But really fantastic. Unfortunately, what it does mean is that our lovely mountain scenery has been completely hidden away. Completely hidden away by the fog. I don't believe we can even make out any of them. So we've been kind of isolated into more of the kind of loco cab experience as we're going through the winter environment. But I suppose we've had enough of the mountains. We did that in the first half of the run. We're doing 100 miles an hour. I think I'm gonna start coasting. Because knowing with the snow as well, I don't want to overshoot this next platform. Oh, and it looks like we're going to a 60 very soon, so I need to start slowing down immediately. My track monitor has been useful in helping me there. We're going to be speeding for a little bit, I think, unless we can drop down to 60 just in time. Looks like we're just about 60. That was a pretty good change of speed. Now we'll just kind of coast as we get a bit closer, because we know we can stop within about 200 meters at about 50 kilometers an hour. So that's not an issue. Let's do this one within the cab. 200 meters, 40 kilometers an hour. There's the goal. They've all got their umbrellas out for the snow. I'm sorry, we're a little bit late. We have heating on board. It's okay. We're actually a little short on this one, so I'm just gonna coast for a little bit, just to get us to that perfect stop. And I think that will pretty much do us. There we go. Let's open the doors. And yeah, I just can't believe it. It's completely covered in snow. See, is everyone getting aboard? Come on, get in. Let's lock the doors. Keep the heat inside, and we're ready to go. How far have we got to the next stop? 2.8 kilometers. But we do need to be conscious that our speed is going to be limited here as we pull off. So we're still in a 60. We're coming up to an 80. But I believe our next stop's actually a little bit before that. No, well, no, actually, our track monitor is tracking about 2 kilometers, and because our next stop is 2.7 kilometers, we know we'll be approaching the speed changes prior to the platform. So let's not go over 60 here. Got a bit of a bend. We're kind of ending up sandwiched between these high walls. I mean, residential housing just being just over the side. Hope the trains aren't too loud. Ooh, and if you caught it there, you got a little bit of the sparking on the track, because it's a bit darker now. You can kind of see the lighting be picked up. The snow really is kind of covering everything now. Okay, 2 kilometers. We got endless speed limits, so let's be careful how much we push. As you see on the speed bar there, that trying to push too fast was kind of causing a little bit of skidding of the wheels, and we definitely don't want that. The sky is almost red now. You just make out the shadows of the mountains in the distance. Oh, I have not been paying attention to the distance. I was too busy looking at the sky. I wonder if the snow will stop. That's our goal. I wonder if the snow will stop falling, as we're starting to make out more of the sky now. I think it's becoming a little brighter in the day. What are we? We're about 60 kilometers, 200 meters. I think we're fine. Just make sure we stay at a good level of braking now. I might up this to a 7. 70 meters to an 8. 50 meters to a 9. Look at that. Perfection. With a little bit of skidding, but that's okay. Now let's get everybody inside. Let's go and have a little bit of a play in the snow while they're coming in. Hello. Look at this. Everything's covered in snow. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is great. You can barely see your feet. You're just deciding to maybe go make a snowman. Okay, that's enough. That's enough time in the snow. We don't want to make our feet too cold. That door should close itself. Okay, let's lock the doors. And we should be ready to go. When's our next stop? 3.6 kilometers, and that's at Lustenau Platform 1, which I believe will be our final stop of the route. Look at the sky, the change. We're seeing, aha. We look up in the sky now, you are seeing the clouds beginning to break up. We are beginning to refine those mountains that we were looking at since the start of the stream. So look at that, we kind of come full circle again. We started in the pure darkness, and then we had the sunrise over the mountains, and then we moved over to snow where it started becoming dark again, but now it's lightening up. What an amazing timetable this was. Alright, let's get some speed for our last stop, but not too much. We've still got to be cautious that there is snow still on the track. But we have got 3.5 kilometers, so can be a little bit generous with our speed. So we've got 2.8 kilometers before the next stop, and I believe this will be the final one for this run. So I did want to just say one final call out. Check out the sales. There's amazing discounts over a lot of TSW compatible add-ons. There's also sales on TrainSim Classic as well. But if you're interested in this route, if you've been loving the scenery and you want to pick up Vorarlberg, it's part of the TSW4 bundles, and you can pick up the Vorarlberg Regional Edition or TrainSim World Standard, Deluxe and Special Edition. All of those are on sale, so check them out. Special Edition is half off, 50%, and even Deluxe Edition is 40% off, so it's a really good deal. And it'll be lasting until next week, so November 28th is the final cutoff for at least for the Steam Autumn sales, and for the PlayStation Xbox Black Friday sales, I believe it's a similar date. But I hope you've enjoyed. This has been a really fun timetable. 900 meters. We're doing 120 kilometers an hour. What am I doing? I need to stop braking. We can't make the final stop tremendously off. Let's really pull back our speed. It's okay if we're a little bit late. The passengers have been loving the scenery. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been fun. I would say Vorarlberg has definitely jumped up to one of my favorites. You can see there's so much snow that there's actually a collectible there, just covered completely. Yeah, I would say Vorarlberg is easily now one of my favorite routes. It's absolutely gorgeous. The mountain scenery, just one final chance to look at it in the background there. And we are going to overshoot this platform, I believe. Even at maximum braking. Oh, but not by much. It's okay. That's acceptable. Maybe at 300 points. 469 is very reasonable. Let's open the left doors here. And let's jump back into first person, open the door, and let's take one final look. Yeah, I mean this day I think would have brightened up if we'd continued on. But what a trip! What a lovely trip! I think after we finish loading these passengers, the service will end. We'll see how well we've done. A platinum medal would be heavily desired, but it's understandable if not. And we are now at Lustenau station. Oh, we've got to lock the doors, of course. Let me pop back in. We might potentially have another stop. Let's shut the doors. What a lovely sight to end on. There we go. Right, well look at that performance breakdown. It was still a platinum medal, which is a curious sight to see considering how many speed limit breakages there were on this graph. But for the most part, I mean, for the most part, I'm kind of in the lines. So minus 800 for speeding. Aside from that, on-time bonus, accuracy bonus. What a run! About 45 minutes. So I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching. Check out the sales, and we'll catch you in the next video.